sand in it, so put some sand in it. You know, if I had that sand from Stevie one, Bruce Beach. Go up the tank. Bruce
Command Central here inside the Venturing mine.
Yeah, I'm happy to miss out. So this is the second group going in right now?
Second group going in. They're just getting off the elevator. A tube into the first abandoned mine shaft down here. Okay, they're just waiting. This what you see when they go in this cave. They're giving a 6-minute audio sounds of a cave and talking about caving, and they have bats flying by your head and water dripping. And you see this boy? He's looking up at the camera. Yeah, it's pitch black in there.
But he's listening.
Yeah, he's listening. But it's,
You got some sort of infrared
it's all
illuminator.
infrared camera. Everything is infrared.
Yeah.
Listening to this, the sounds of the cave, and it's low-level light anywhere they go.
And these first two groups aren't going to get the shooting in.
They're not going to get the shooting. The NRA people are not here.
Where do you get shooting?
So you got
Right down here.
what is that, air rifle range
Air
here?
rifle, yeah, pellet rifles. Hooked up to CO2 bottles, and they're provided by Crossman, and the NRA provided funding to help fund this.
And we're inside the adult viewing spot where visitors and staff can see what the youth are going through.
Okay.
How long did it take to design this exhibit?
You know, they started with the exhibit about 5 years ago, right after the last Jamboree, how they were going to top the rainforest. And Doc Miller and Doc Barrett and Bill Evans, who's the professional under Venturing, came up with this idea, a cave mine experience. And we got an architect on board and did architectural drawings out of their vision and came up with this.
Oh, great.
And we put it together in about a total of 9 days, but actually 5 days from the time the youth got here. And everything you see here, pretty much the youth had a hand in doing everything, other than some specific wiring and things like that.
And on the youth, let's talk about youth staff. When did they get here and how did they help out?
They got here on the 20th, and the youth staff did everything from painting to nailing. Anything you see here, they pretty much did under adult supervision, and just did an absolutely fantastic job.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, did a great job.
So 5 full days of work to
5
get
full days of work to get it up to what you see here.
Was it hot those prior 5 days right before the Jamboree?
Yes, it was.
Do you have the air conditioning on?
These trailers were highly coveted to come in here and cool
I
off and
bet.
have some water. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, the Army is going to let us keep this here. Not in this configuration, but will let us keep everything in storage here so that we don't have to move it off-site.
Well, that's going to be a
And,
relief. Yeah.
we have plans on expanding on this for next Jamboree, including a western town and out front, and a few more things that it's going to encompass both Sea Scouts and the Quest Award, whereas
Right.
we're not going to be separate entities like we are now.
Yeah,
So it's going to be one big venturing area. So
for 2010. What's this box here?
that is the emergency. Right now they're having an earthquake. They're standing on an earthquake shaker. They stand on this platform and it shakes and lights go off, and so they call up to the mine foreman and they say, we've had an earthquake up here, we can't come down and help you, you're going to have to get out on your own. And this is the escape tunnel. So one by one, they will, if you ever saw the movie The Great Escape with Steve McQueen, how they get on that cart and they shoot through the tunnels, this is exactly the same concept. One at a time, they'll go through this 20-foot long tunnel. Yeah, why don't you go
And they
ahead.
come out this side of the tunnel,
Well, let's wait a minute, because the NRA
started down
range
here,
is not up yet, so we gotta have
going through the tunnel like Steve McQueen in The Great Escape, and they'll come out here. What do you have here?
That's a simulated accident victim from the mine, the earthquake mine, and they're supposed to come and assess the injuries of the miners that are injured here. Hopefully, what they'll do is get the boards off them, check for their vital signs. these two things right here are actually simulated. They were dynamite sticks. A lot of times they'll take those dynamite sticks and splint people's legs with them.
Oh, I see.
So you can watch and see it.
Are you allocated a budget by Jamboree?
We are. Well, we've gone over budget, but fortunate for some venturers that have stepped forward to help fund that deficit. We were able to do this.
How does your planning committee meet, when you're in the
By email.
design state? Yeah.
By email. And there's a core group in the east and the south that do get together and discuss these things. They're
Very
on the
similar to
venture.
how the Scoutmasters were organizing.
Pretty much.
Thank goodness for email.
Yeah.
We did that for Scouts too, sending them information.
Now, where are you from down there?
Oklahoma.
Oh, I already asked you that. Sorry. You moved.
We had every Scout's email. Fortunately, all the Scouts had email, so we'd send out information and updates. And
Almost all the kids now have email.
Yeah.
They've got school accounts.
of course, the challenge is how frequently are they checking it? Maybe once a week, once a month. Mailbox full errors.
We'd email too, and then if there was something that absolutely had to get out, we had a calling tree.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, we used our SPL Patrol Leader Network for that stuff. So what type of injuries does this victim simulate?
Probably just a broken leg or a broken arm. And you can see they're trying to splint, which is good. Are they using dynamite? I hope not. I think they are.
You had some of these dynamite.
Yeah. The reason we don't allow water bottles in is because one of the kids came up and dumped it on the accident, but so we don't do that anymore.
Trial by fire
Yeah.
or by wetness?
Yeah.
Or did they use dynamite on the inside?
Yeah, they did. Okay. Well, at least they assessed
So
the
after they
injuries.
go
That's
through the
good.
escape type of tunnel, they come across this accident victim, right?
Right.
And how long did you make that tunnel?
It's about 20 feet long.
Oh.
It's about 2 feet wide and 2 feet tall.
Yeah, he sees the camera.
Charles Bronson was the main digger.
Yeah.
And claustrophobia, and that's why
He was the
got so,
Polish,
yeah.
Polish officer, Polish soldier. Yeah.
Yeah. Then after they take care of the accident victim, what do they do?
That's the end. They'll say, "Okay, we've done everything we can. They'll come down and get him. We've got to get out of here. I've never been down this tunnel before. Oh my gosh!" And it's pitch black when they go in there. They have to feel their kind of feel their way along. There's the guide. She's telling them to go, and they'll get right about there. Boom! They'll trip a sensor, and there'll be a light at the end of the tunnel and a sound of a train coming at them. And she'll be, "Oh my God, we stumbled into a railroad tunnel. Hurry, 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 get out!" And they'll go down to the end of the tunnel, make a right, and they're out.
And you say last Jamboree the theme was a rainforest?
Rainforest, And it was pretty much just props. It wasn't the extent this was, and they wanted to do something bigger and better this year for this Jamboree, and obviously we have. So.
And of course, Jamboree before that, we didn't have venturing.
That's correct.
Where was the rainforest located?
Right here.
Right here. This seems to be one of the main places.
Yeah, we're on the venturing is on the national exhibits because venturing is not Boy Scouts. So we,
this, but as far as the this seems to be one of the primary spots for stuff in the Jamboree.
for the national exhibits, yeah, everything's right along Thomas Road.
Friday, yeah.
How long will your youth staff stay?
They should be here through tomorrow.
So
DSC
they're-
says everything has to be torn down by tomorrow.
So they're working about 15 days at least.
We've had some long, long days.
Yeah.
These kids have just been fantastic. We've got all the regional presidents plus the national president for venturing here, the youth president, and they've just been such great leaders. Just the kids have really
Well, what criteria do you have to select for staff? What were the prerequisites?
Just like it would be for a troop, you'd submit your application, and we wrote Venturing on it, and we're familiar with the director at Venturing, and pretty much we were all hand selected. So, because we are all involved in Venturing in some way or other, powderhorn directors or assistant powderhorn course directors, people that are real knowledgeable about Venturing.
And on youth staff, was there a minimum age to work here?
Well, it'd have to be 14, obviously, since Venturing is between 14 and 20.
Okay.
But I would say the average age of a kid here is about 17.
17?
Yeah.
They're about out. They got about 5 more slots in their out. They're funky. I don't like that. That's true.
You guys, let me say it's race. I beat you. Possibly I beat you. Wake up. Wake up. Thanks, Jen. I have cookies. Thank you.
How do you turn if you got a 45 degrees? How do you like turn if you got a 45 degrees?
Anybody get the book on Tuesday? The purple one. That's tomorrow.
You didn't have a buddy.
Everybody who brought us here, Boy Scouts of America, we had a really good time here, and we think that this is a great program. We didn't know what to expect when we got here, and we are totally impressed. We go to a lot of different functions, but this was definitely an eye-opener. So they're going to do some throws for a while. You guys feel free to watch them. Again, we thank you guys for inviting us. We hope that you have a...
All right, here I go. Coach guard to Ochi guard. Co to O. Coach to Ochi. out and break down.
Is it tomorrow morning or Sunday?
You guys be good.
After the 5th day, scouts get a little bit of body odor. I guess that's her way of fixing it. The Venture, they're at work.